Have you ever wondered what it's like to eat at a one-star fast food restaurant with horrible reviews? Or more specifically, what about a one-star Wendy's? Well, today I'm going to be finding that out. And today I am going to be going to a one-star rated Wendy's. It is the Wendy's in Plainfield, New Jersey, with a Yelp rating of 1.8 stars. And the reviews are tremendously horrible. So I'm going to be reading you those reviews. Then I'm going to go to the actual Wendy's and test all the accusations in the reviews and see if they're actually true. And if they are, this is going to be a really rough video for me. But if they aren't, then maybe people just like to complain. So come with me and let's test a one-star Wendy's. And don't forget to get your popcorn ready and let's head off to the Wendy's. Alright, so before we head off to the Wendy's, let me read you some of these reviews. First up, Lena T's review. Lena T gave a one-star review and said, "Avoid this location by any means necessary. They can never get an order right, and most workers and sometimes manager are always rude." Alright, so Lena, pretty basic and general review, but it gets to the point. It's not a place where you want to eat at, but I am going to be doing that today. I don't know why I made this choice. Cash B left a one-star review and said, "Worst Wendy's to ever go to, especially if you are going inside to eat or take out, and I will be eating inside. These employees act as if they never deal with humans. Don't speak to you directly to you. They don't speak directly to you when they have a headset in their ear, and all they care about is the drive-thru. On top of the rude customer service, they love to speak Spanish when dealing with each other while taking orders. They all need to be trained on customer service. And that's all on top of hair being in the food." I just need to think about Cash B's review, and I need to think about my choices to go to this one-star Wendy's. Because after what Cash B said, it's not going to be good. And you might think, oh, wow, that's a horrible review. But it gets worse. I didn't think a review could be worse until I read probably the worst review I've ever seen anywhere. Aretha W. left a one-star review and said, "The staff does not speak English and they have rats. Be careful." Rats. Are you serious? I'm going to Wendy's and I'm going to see rats. This is not okay. This might not be good. This is not going to be good. The cokehead redhead manager has 5 kids and she's in her 20s, so don't expect her to talk to you nice. You come for a burger, the manager drunk and may fight you. Never seen such a mess in my life. The rats is the biggest problem. Save yourself a hospital bill and not get food poisoning from the illegal non-English speaking immigrants who will fight you for giving you the wrong food. You usually paid extra because no one can take an order in the place, but the manager maybe. Well, at first she was complaining about the manager, now she's saying that maybe the manager could take orders. I don't know. I think Aretha W just had too much of this Wendy's and it was just horrible for her. And then you might think, oh, that's the whole review, but really it is not. Then she said, "I was in the hospital for 7 days." That's right. Aretha said she was in the hospital for 7 days with a bill for $50,000. And she even included $50,000 in 0 cents. "Cause I had lupus and eat there." And she ended her review with SMH, which I have no idea what that means, but I probably don't want to know what it means. I definitely am not ready for this, and I don't know why I'm making this choice that could cost me $50,000 according to Aretha. So let's see if these reviews are really that bad, and I hope that Aretha's review isn't true, because if it truly is, it's just not going to be good. Some accusations we have to test. Let's go over the accusations we have to test. Does the staff speak English? Is the staff rude? Is the restaurant clean? Are the rats, which is the one probably I least don't want to know, or at least don't want it to be true. And this one is just as bad. Am I going to end up getting food poisoning, which I really hope not. I really don't want to get food poisoning from just eating at a Wendy's. Will my order be right? Will there be hair in my food? And is the restaurant a mess and chaotic? So let's head to the Wendy's. I'll see you there, and let's get into this. So we made it to The lowest rated Wendy's in New Jersey. We are here outside of Wendy's in Plainfield, New Jersey, and let's go inside. And I'm not excited for this, but let's test it out. All right, so I'm headed inside here of the restaurant. Let me show you guys around. Like, I'll give you a quick 360 so you guys could see what this place is like. Okay, so first impressions, it's pretty empty here. There's only about 3 people in here besides for me, and so now I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna order. We're gonna see how the food is. We're gonna check around the restaurant and stuff. But so far, it has definitely not been as bad as the reviews. It looks actually pretty nice and modern. Okay, guys. So now the restaurant looks pretty chilled. Nice music level, nice like soda machines and everything. And so now it looks pretty nice. Let's go order, see if the order's right and everything. Hey, can I get the number 6 spicy chicken combo with medium fries, a medium drink, and can I get just American cheese on the sandwich, please? All right, so we got our ice and we are definitely getting water. So let's do water. Oh no, wait, that's hold up. All right, that's good now. Okay, so one other thing also, I could definitely tell that the workers are very nice and they had no problem with me recording, and also, it was super easy to order, and I don't understand the review about the workers being mean and the workers being hard to understand. So the review about the workers being rude and the workers being hard to understand is busted, and the workers have been very pleasant, and I've been pretty happy with this Wendy's so far. All right, so we got the food here, and there is one other thing here in the food I want to test. Let's make sure there's no hair in this food, and it looks pretty good. The fries look crispy, warm, nice made. Let's see if the chicken sandwich was right. I asked for just American cheese on it, and this is exactly right, as you guys could see here. All all that's on it is American cheese. So far, I've been really pleased with this. Let's do a taste test. So first, we got a fry. These are actually amazing. Really like nice texture, crispy made, and everything. Um, and also, let's take a bite of the sandwich. Try it out. Looks pretty good. Pretty spicy also, which is good. That hit the spot. That's exactly probably one of the best fast food chicken sandwiches, and it's probably above average Wendy's standards right now. So far I've been pretty pleased, and after this we're just gonna have to check if the restaurant's like clean and stuff, and yeah, that'll basically be it. And I didn't even have to ask them, and they gave me like in the with the tray like 6 or 7 packets of ketchup. So really generous of them. Um, and so yeah, and there's gonna be one more thing I'm gonna test right now. I'm gonna go up and ask for barbecue sauce and see if they'll give it to me without charging me extra, because some restaurants do charge extra. Hi, would I be able to get some barbecue sauce, please? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep. So now I ask for barbecue sauce, and most places will either charge you or give you one. They give me two for free. So far, I think this has been probably the best Wendy's I've ever been to. And so we're gonna have to continue looking around, make sure the restaurant's clean and everything, and then after that, I think we'll be good to go. And all of these things have been busted so far. All of these accusations. One thing I did have to say, while the main employee, the one I talked to, speaks in English. There are a bunch of customers who speak in Spanish here, but that doesn't have any problem because there's also another employee back there, another cashier who speaks Spanish. So it's really easy to communicate. English, Spanish, any language is pretty straightforward to communicate.
And they also have a really cool TV where I can watch basketball games on while I'm sitting here and eating my food. This is a bit spicy. All right, so now let's throw this food away, or like all the garbage, and we're gonna put the trays here. Look, they have like a really cool stand to put the trays. So I checked the tables, the floors, the carpets by the entrance, and the entire restaurant. And I can confirm that it is a very amazing, nice, and clean modern Wendy's. Probably one of the most modern and cleanest Wendy's I have ever been to. So far, there has not been one thing I haven't liked about this Wendy's. All right, so we had a decent amount of accusations to test here. The first one was, does the staff speak English? And that one is obviously that one. This the staff does speak English. So yeah. So the part of the review about the workers not speaking English is busted. They speak both English and Spanish, which is amazing. And the review about the staff being rude is definitely busted again. They were actually super nice. Gave me free barbecue sauce. Gave me free cuts without me even having to ask. And the whole time was such pleasant. They had no problem with me recording. And so the next accusation to test is if there's rats, and we're gonna test that in just a minute. The next one is there um the next one is hair in the food, and I can confirm after eating my entire meal there was not one piece of hair in the food. It was cooked good and probably better than the average Wendy's food. Um, the next thing was, will my order be right? And that review about the order being right, the review about the orders always being wrong is busted because my order was completely exactly 100% right. They even got the frosty right, which I've got to show you guys. But and the next thing was that or what I said was, will there be hair in my food? The part of the review about there being hair in the food is busted as well. So every review has been busted so far. And the last thing is, the restaurant a mess and chaotic. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they have a TV and everything. It is such a beautiful place here, and it is the best atmosphere I've ever seen at a Wendy's. And it's actually super chill. The employees are relaxed and everything. And this is probably better than any Wendy's I've ever been to, and there's not one thing. So the review about the restaurant being a mess and chaotic is busted. So now the only reviews to see is if I'm gonna end up getting food poisoning, and if I'm gonna get really sick, and if there are rats. But based off everything so far, I don't think any of that will be true. And so far, everything has been busted. No rats. No rats. No rats again. No rats, no rats, no rats, no rats. No rats, no rats, no rats. Check out the bathroom. And okay. Let's lock it. And this is actually a really chill bathroom. You see, pretty nice. We come over here, has everything you could want. Yeah, that's me in the mirror. So it has everything you could want all around. Nice lighting, and look at the floor, super clean, even shiny. I see shine in these floors. So I could officially say that the restaurant is not dirty, and it is probably the cleanest and most modern, and so far best Wendy's I've ever been to. So all of these reviews have been busted. And so now I can finally confirm, and I'm so happy to say this one. There is no rats in the restaurant. Definitely can confirm that. And this is probably one of the cleanest Wendy's I've been to, like I said. And there is not one part of this Wendy's that is dirty. And I've loved this experience so far. And now the only thing we have to see is in like 2 or 3 days if I had gotten food poisoning and gotten sick. But besides for that, all the other reviews are busted. And let's make our way out of here. And this has been such a great experience here. Alright, so I can officially say that this has been the best Wendy's I have ever been to. And I came into it thinking it would be a 1-star Wendy's. But no, it has been the best Wendy's I have ever been to. Maybe all the other people just came at a different time or made things up, but definitely so far those have been true. And if you're just watching this video, you probably think that this wasn't a 1-star Wendy, but search it up on Yelp. Wendy's in Plainfield, New Jersey, and you will see it is rated 1 star. But I am going to change that most likely as long as I don't get food poisoning by writing a 5-star review about this place once I get home in a couple of days. But so far, this has been the best Wendy's I've been to. And if you don't believe me, because you probably don't, search it up for yourself on Yelp. Wendy's in Plainfield, New Jersey, and this is a 1-star Wendy's on Yelp, but it truly is not. This is truly probably the best Wendy's I've ever been to. And if you're in the New Jersey area, I definitely suggest you come here. And now I leave the amazing Wendy's.
Alright, guys, so it is finally 2 days later from when I ate at that Wendy's, and I can confirm that I did not get food poisoning, and I'm not in the hospital having to pay a $50,000 bill, and I'm not spending a week in the hospital. And I'm so grateful that I did not. I'm so grateful that Aretha W's review was not true, and every single review, Lena's, Cash's, and especially, I'm so happy about this, Aretha's is busted. So now, this officially is a 5-star Wendy's. So now, I'm ready to write my review.
Alright, guys, so now there's just one last thing to do, and that is for me to read you my review that I have just written and posted on Yelp about the Wendy's. So, my review is, this was the best Wendy's I have ever been to. The staff speaks both English and Spanish. The staff is nice and not at all rude. The restaurant is super clean. There are no rats in the restaurant. I didn't get food poisoning from eating here. There was no hair in my food. The workers got my order right. The restaurant wasn't chaotic and a mess. And most importantly, and what I'm most grateful is that I didn't end up in the hospital with a $50,000 and 0-cent hospital bill. So, I gave it a 5 stars. Yeah, that's right, 5 stars. And now, I have something to tell you. I have officially, with my 5-star review, brought the Wendy's in Plainfield, New Jersey's Yelp rating from a 1.8 stars to a 1.9 star rating. Woo! Guys, we did it. Like I just said, we did it. And I raised the Yelp review from a 1.8 star average to a 1.9 star average. Let's go. And this really should be a 5-star Wendy's, guys. So thank you for watching. I hope you loved the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. More content will be coming your way soon. Stay tuned to the channel, and I'll see you in the next. Peace out.